Doesn't hurt anywhere, so I think I'm okay. Looks like covering Mayuri was the right choice. I may be an insane mad scientist, but I still risk life and limb for the safety of my comrades. I gently let Mayuri out of my embrace. Whew, well that was something. I wiped the sweat off my brow. Hey, look at this. Kurisu's voice is strained. With my vision finally restored, I take another look around the room. What I see strikes me speechless. The large table in the center of the room is made out of thick, solid wood. It can hold about 5 or 6 people without breaking. That's why we placed the phone wave, name subject to change, and the X6800 on it. That table has been split in two, as if by a woodcutter's axe. The computer and other parts connected to the microwave are scattered across the floor. And the microwave itself has broken through the table. It's literally stuck in the floor. What the hell? How did that... Yeah, it's a microwave, but it's not heavy enough to make a hole in the floor. This can't be caused by electrical discharge. Some other phenomenon? I shake off my surprise. This is no time to be standing with my jaw agape, Ho in Kiyoma. Seize the moment. Just as my calculations predicted. First, some maniacal laughter. Next, I try to take out my phone and do the usual, but unfortunately it's still plugged into the phone wave, name subject to change. El Sai Kangru. I whisper the words. Words that have no meaning. Words I use simply because they sound cool. Those words have meaning because they have no meaning. After years of repeated use, just speaking them is enough to calm my heart. So, about Mayushi's chicken. Huh? Mayuri stands up and looks inside the phone wave, name subject to change. It's embedded in the floor, but she somehow manages to pry the door open. Mayushi's chicken is all burnt black. I pet Mayushi's shoulders to cheer her up. Juicy chicken number 1 made a noble sacrifice for the progress of science. Going to sleep now? See you guys, and you're welcome, Petrus? Yeah. Thanks for coming out. Have a good one, Hassan. For the progress of science. Let us pray for his happiness in the next life. The chicken doesn't matter. Right now we need to determine what happened with the phone wave. It doesn't matter. That's so mean. Christina-chan? Hey, Owen Kiyoma, do something about this. Mayushi-san has learned my name wrong. More importantly, we need ventilation. Silence, all of you. I affix everyone with an overpowering stare. This shall be remembered as the moment that the greatest experiment of a century succeeded and brought humanity a step forward in a new direction. These guys have no right to ruin that with their foolish talk. My heart pounded. I detached my phone from the phone wave, name subject to change. Luckily, it's been completely unharmed. I open it. It still works. Excuse me. I bring up the list of received emails. New emails should come at the top. However, my heart beats even faster. The topmost email isn't the one Daru sent before the discharge occurred. This impossible phenomenon is exactly what I was hoping for. I look back through my email history, and there, I find it. Success. I don't know why, but it was a success. The timestamp proves it. I received this email on July 24th, 5 days ago. This is the same exact thing that happened to my someone stabbed Kirisu email. A mail sent on the 29th arrived on the 24th. And just now, the truth was revealed to me in a flash of inspiration. It all connects. There's a meaning behind this series of events, and only one true answer. I've discovered the phone wave name subject to change, true hidden function. This isn't intuition. That's right. This is conviction. Just spit it out. What do you think it is? I feel my lips twist into a grin. I meet Kurisu's glare head on. First, let me say one thing. The greatest inventions are created by accident. This we call serendipity. Get on with it. How dare she ruin my speech? Oh well, let's get to the point. The mail was sent to the past. The chicken returned to its frozen state. The plucked banana was returned to the bunch. No way. Kurisu seems to get it now. As expected of my genius assistant. Yes way. This is the choice of Steins Gate. The phone wave, name subject to change, is a time machine. Ba ba da ba 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 ba. Let me get a drink. Fuck. God, I love this story. Such a good story. Oh, I'm receiving mail. Hold on. I've got mail. Oh my god. Okay, well the Daru ones are there. It's a perv. Operin is a perv. Okay, so they can do what? How many characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They can do 12 characters. Mocha here. Are you student Okabe-kun? Are you on summer break? Mocha. Are you a day person or a night person? If you'd rather, I can email you around a certain time. Let me know. I want you to reply as soon as you can, but I don't want to be a bother, so let me know, okay? Oh my god, I relate to this person so much. By the way, I don't like talking on the phone, so please don't call me. Bye-bye, Mocha. I just remembered I didn't tell you my phone number. That's okay. I'm a lot more comfortable communicating by email anyway. What about you, Okabe-kun? Are you still asleep? Rise and shine. Have you talked to the super hacker yet? Oh, I also like to hear more about John What's-His-Face. I'm super curious. Mocha. I'm nocturnal, so I'm usually don't go to bed until sunrise is up. I'm not this bad. Fuck's sake. It's not so bad once you get used to it. Mail me when you wake up, okay? Christ almighty. Okay, that's a bit overboard. I relate to the fact that, like, you don't want to be a bother, but you're, like, excited to talk to a person. But, like, fucking get a hint. The dawn of a new day. Actually, it's already noon. We didn't sleep at all. Sleep deprivation. Fuck. Sleep deprivation makes the summer sun seem all the brighter. I really don't want to go outside, but I'm fed up with the humidity inside the lab. I chug a bottle of Dr. P. My stomach protests. Maybe I drank too fast. I'm exhausted. My hands are shaking slightly and my vision is cloudy. I could pass out if not careful. Maybe I should take a shower. I could starve off exhaustion if only temporary. This building has a basic shower room. There's no bath in it, though. But it's enough. The lab would be hell without it. Daru is at his computer, his back turned towards me. His right leg is bouncing impatiently. The room is mostly silent, save for the computer's electric fans humming and Daru's mouse clicks. Daru doesn't look my way, and he doesn't try to start a conversation. Neither do I. I don't have the energy. Outside is a sunny summer afternoon, but inside the air is stale and empty of life. Yesterday, that shocking experiment convinced me that the phone wave, name subject to change, was also a time machine. But Kurisu didn't seem to willingly accept the results. She just started screaming. A time machine. A time machine. It can't be. She then took a mad dash out of the lab. It was like she couldn't get out of here fast enough. As for Mayuri, she was depressed about her chicken and bananas, so she skipped her daily costume sewing and went home. Grudges over food run deep, I guess. Which leaves the lab empty, save for Daru and me. Our enthusiasm shot through the roof when we realized that the phone wave, named Subject Change, had tremendous hidden potential. We nearly died of excitement after successfully sending an email to the past. So we stayed up all night doing experiments to confirm whether or not the phone wave, named Subject to Change, is indeed a time machine. The results, however, we went to the supermarket, stocked up on a whole wide variety of items, tossed each of them into the phone wave, named Subject to Change, but everything failed. No change, nothing happened. After the experiment where the discharge phenomenon occurred, everything warmed up normally. No jellification. Suddenly, we couldn't get anything to happen. We still have no idea why. First, let's review the problems revealed by this last run of experiments. Problem 1. Electrical discharge safety precautions. We removed everything flammable from the development room to reduce the risk of fire. We also prepared 2 fire buckets full of water just in case. But that is not a fundamental solution. We'll keep an eye out from now on, but if things get dangerous, we should seriously consider relocating our experiments. Problem 2. Mass increase. When the disruption phenomenon occurs, the phone wave, named Subject to Change, suddenly gains mass for unknown reasons. Because of this, the microwave broke the table and made a dent in the floor. To deal with the issue, we placed the microwave on the floor and spread cushions and blankets underneath. This hides the hole in the floor, too. It's only a temporary fix, though. If we make any more holes, Mr. Braun is quite capable of raising my rent. And that's to say nothing of the calamity it will cause if it falls through the floor. Anyway, we need to find the source of the mass increase. If amateurs like us even can, that is. But the first 2 problems pale before the third. This last problem is critical. Until we solve it, we can't really experiment with the phone wave, named Subject to Change. Problem 3. We're not even sure of the necessary conditions to send email to the past. No matter how many times we tried, we couldn't pin down a single condition. We spent the entire night doing trial and error. We tried over 40 different things, but not once could we reproduce the discharge phenomenon. I had the idea that opening the microwave door was the key. That theory was proven false. There might have been something else I'm missing, but for now, we're at an impasse. We started off in high spirits, and grew more and more frustrated as time progressed. Which brings us to the present. Honestly, I gave up. That's why I spent the entire morning lazing about like this. Oh boy. Of course it's you. What do you want? I haven't gotten a reply yet. Are you still asleep? You sleep too much, Okabe-kun. You're living like an old man. Well, I guess I'm not one to talk, LMAO. Anyway, let me know when you have something on the IBN 5100, pretty please. Okay. I've been getting way too many of these since yesterday. They're all from Shining Finger, the woman called Kiryu Mocha. I've never used email this often before. Even Mayuri only sends me 1 or 2 a day, and she's a teenage girl. Frankly, this is starting to get on my nerves. I saw how fast Shining Finger typed. This should have been enough to tip me off that she was a male demon. I was careless. It's too much of a pain to reply, so I'll ignore it. Oh my god. Oh, it's Mayuri. Okay, never mind. Mayushi's spending money is getting dangerously low. You and Daru need to chip in, too, sometimes. You don't want to get between me and my food. Don't get angry. Next time I'll treat you to anything you want to eat. So keep buying more bananas for the sake of our experiments. See, it's these little things. These little, like, interactions. Obviously, there's more stuff in the story that I've already noticed, but, like, it's these small interactions with, like, the phone and stuff that completely absent from the anime. I finish off my bottle of Dr. P. My stomach gurgles. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. I'm so hungry, I don't even feel like showering. I call out to Daru, who's hammering on the keyboard. Hey, wanna go to Sanbo for some beef bowl? Nah, too much trouble. Aren't you hungry? Yeah, but... You're such a bum. What is he doing on the computer anyway? I'm curious, so I casually peek over his shoulder. There's an image of a futuristic-looking facility I've never seen before. Richly colored cords crawl through a gigantic octagonal tunnel, like the interior of a spaceship from a sci-fi movie. Based on the height of the people in the picture, the tunnel looks to be more than 10 meters tall. Incidentally, the people don't look Japanese. Daru sighs heavily. I don't know if the blank look in his eyes is from sleepiness, exhaustion, or if something's just wrong with him. The Large Hadron Collider sure is cute. What? What did you just say? Large Hadron Collider? Is that an incantation? No, a secret technique. Large Hadron Collider. You don't know about it. I grab Daru's relaxed shoulders and wring them out. Wow, what are you doing? Are you conscious? Of course, man. What is this Large Hadron Collider thing? You know, it's what CERN uses to do their experiments. LHC for short. It's seriously Mo. Recommended. Moe. Shit. You're lusting for something that's not even humanoid? Sorry, I was scratching my head. Of course not. But there's something about it that gets me excited, you know? Makes me smile, you know? Don't you feel that? Oh boy. Come to think of it, I remember you said that you found factories and the undersides of highways irresistible or something. Yeah, same thing. Where does it end? 2D, 3D, and even inanimate objects. Life's too short. I don't want to limit my interests, you know? And yet you will do anything to avoid things that don't interest you, hypocrite. CERN. That name. I've seen it somewhere. And recently. Where was it? Oh, of course. John Teeter. Oh yeah, that guy you mentioned earlier. He's the guy @Channel's going crazy about, isn't he? That one might be an imposter. I was talking about John Teeter, who appeared 10 years ago. He appeared 10 years ago. The same guy. I'd hoped that Daru would remember, but no such luck. Anyway, John Teeter mentioned CERN. I don't remember all of it, but there's one thing I'm sure of. Teeter made a prediction, namely that before the year 2034, CERN will develop a time machine. A time machine? That's a timely topic. That wasn't just 10 years ago. This new Teeter said the same thing. Doesn't matter if it was 10 years ago or 10 seconds ago. That's not the point, Daru. This coincidence could very well be the choice of Steins Gate. Can we trust this Teeter guy? It doesn't matter if we can trust him or not. Now we have something in common. A time machine. We should investigate CERN. We've got nothing to lose. Vigor returns to my body. Curiosity truly is the greatest delicacy for a mad scientist like me. Anyway, the phone wave, named Subject to Change, experiment has hit a dead end for now. So it shouldn't matter if I take a little detour for this. Tell me everything you know about CERN. Sure thing. My CERN folder is smoking hot. Daru strikes his keys with renewed passion. My god. He has the wherewithal to put brackets around the numbers? Shit. Actually, doesn't the computer do that for you? He might just name all these things CERN. He goes to My Pictures folder and opens a folder literally called CERN. CERN is the world's largest particle physics research institution. It's popularly called the European Laboratory for Particle Physics, or the European Organization for Nuclear Research. It's close to the border of Switzerland and France. On the outskirts of Geneva, it's famous for the birthplace of HTML, HTTP, and the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web? You mean the internet? Bingo. That thing at the beginning of most URLs. CERN invented that? All I know about CERN is what I read in Teeter's book. I never knew they were that amazing. Most people aren't aware, but there's a Japanese research team working at CERN too. What sort of research does CERN do? Particle physics, mostly. CERN can do experiments no one else can, because they have the biggest particle accelerators in the world. The low-energy anti-proton ring, the proton synchrotron booster, the large electron position collider. And the big boss is the largest accelerator in the world, the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider TAN. TAN? Otaku possess the ability to anthropomorphize, in moe form, just about anything in the world simply by sticking TAN at the end of its name. Daru's powers encompass even particle accelerators. Daru doesn't seem to notice my shock. He just brings up the next image. The LHC is a 27-kilometer-long circular tunnel built underneath CERN's headquarters. Its purpose is to smash protons together in the hope of creating unknown elementary particle reactions. They started experimenting last year. Before they started, there were rumors that experiments might create mini black holes. Oh no, those mini black holes will swallow the Earth. The universe is in danger, etc. Mini black holes. I'm pretty sure Teeter said his time machine used mini black holes. Are the things he said about CERN true? With the possibility of that actually happening. 100% that it won't. CERN officially denies it. Let's say that a mini black hole was formed. The amount of energy that would be so tiny would disappear instantly upon formation. It would be impossible for it to swallow up the world. But where's the smoke? But where there's smoke, there's fire. If I remember correctly, Teeter claimed that CERN began time machine research in 2001. In 2034, they completed the time machine. Right now, it's 2010. If they actually started that research, it would have been 9 years ago. According to the official announcements, they only began experimenting in 2008. That's suspicious. Of course, that's assuming Teeter's story is true. Some of Teeter's predictions were on the mark, but most weren't. I'm also perplexed by how everyone around me seems to have forgotten about Teeter's 2000 appearance. There's something important in Teeter's tale. Or at least, I want there to be. I take out my phone and put it to my ear. It's me. Don't be surprised. I've sniffed out an evil conspiracy. John Teeter, CERN, you see where I'm going with this? Yeah, that's right. We're likely connected to the organization. Coincidence? Come now. Don't disappoint me. What? Evidence. Well, if you must know, whispers. Whispers of my mad scientist intuition. Those bastards are trying to destroy the world. Yeah, with mini black holes. But what if we were to steal that technology? What then? Of course. Who do you think I am? Everything is the choice of Steins Gate. El Psi Congru. Let me get a drink. Christ, I've been saying a lot of words. I put away my phone, then turned to find Daru giving me an exasperated look. Just who the hell are you fighting with? Daru, I know what we must do. What's that? Don't you was at me. You're supposed to grin like you know exactly what I'm talking about. What kind of super hacker are you? I wanted him to say like, well, why the hell not? So what's in it for me? And then we'd continue on like this, grinning slyly the whole time. Me? A week's worth of potato chips. Daru, 10 days. Me? Sure are a glutton. Daru. The dive makes you a hungry man. Deal. Get started. You got it, boss. Or something like that. Yep. A real cool conversation. But the real world Daru just purses his lips. You always give such half-baked explanations. Try to sound intelligible before you try to sound intelligent. Work with me here. You are a super hacker. Stop, fuck. What do you want? Oh, it's you. Okay, that's fine. Just hearing that from Okran makes me happy. Oh, that's great. Stop saying hacker. At least try to say hacker. See where I'm going with this? No. Not at all. Hack into CERN. Daru stares at me in disbelief. Is that some kind of joke? I know you can do it, Daru. Expose their dastardly deeds and find any hints you can about the time machine. Dastardly deeds? You're just imagining that stuff, Okarin. We stand at a crossroads. Will the phone wave, name subject to change, become a functional time machine? Or will it die as garbage in the lab storage? You serious? I'm always serious. I look Daru straight in the eye as I answer. Looks like that made him understand my position. Daru sweeps the garbage off his desk and sits up straight. I'm not responsible for consequences, got it? Suddenly, Daru is bursting with energy. It's like his earlier lethargy. Oh, I know how to say that word. I know what it means, I just don't know how to say it. With a lie. Deal. Get started. Let's do this. For your payment, I'll deposit a week's supply of potato chips into your Swiss bank account. Daru doesn't respond. He's already deep in concentration. Anyway, I'm gonna sleep. It's all yours. I lie down on the sofa and let the clacking of Daru's keyboard lull me to sleep. I wake up to the twilight sun screaming in through the window. A refreshing breeze blows in, softly brushing my cheek. Daru's exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting in exactly the same position. Not much has changed, besides his typing speed. Oh, and now he's muttering to himself. I guess he hasn't had any success at hacking yet. I look around the room, but I can't find Mayuri. Maybe she's not coming today. I guess food-related grudges really do run deep. Okay, let me check the mail. Oh, it's Ferris. Okay. Kiyoma, when operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to be discreet, yeah? You don't want them to notice you, remember? The summoning has taken 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Although I suppose that might make everything interesting. Nyahaha. You. What are you scheming? Okay. I stand up and stretch. I don't want to bother Daru, so I don't say anything to him. I take a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and quench my thirst. I think I'll do the same there. Then I throw myself back down on the sofa and start browsing App Channel on my phone. And what perfect timing. Teeter is currently posting in the thread. The Everett Wheeler mode is correct. Please look it up to learn more. It seems you're still clinging to preconceived notions of time. Time does not simply run from past to future like a car on a one-way street. To be more specific, the laws of causality do not allow contradictions to occur. If the result of an event, the effect, is changed, the event itself, the cause, also changes to prevent a paradox. That's why there are so few people who can observe changes in divergence. Divergence being the world line percentage difference from the standard. Die, troll. You claim to be a time traveler without any proof. Stock trends, please. I'm counting on you, Mr. Time Traveler. If you can't observe changes in divergence, then how can you possibly measure it? Oh, I know. Your time machine has a magical device that measures it for you. LOL. Oh, and you still haven't explained how a research institution conquers the world. Details. Plox. Oh noes. Humanity is doomed. What's that? Hold on. What has science done.jpg? Lol, noobs responding seriously to troll thread. This Teeter guy's a shitty troll. Oh, this is Hoing Kiyoma. Do you people have anything to offer besides insults? How about contributing to the discussion, plebeian scum? If you assume that time doesn't flow in a straight line, then the idea of time travel is much easier to swallow. In such a scenario, a time-traveling machine to the past doesn't need to fight against the flow of time. I say Teeter's points have merit. By the way, Teeter, I'd like to know more about CERN. What can you tell us about their current activities? Tell me which horse wins the next Emperor's Cup. I'll bet my entire life savings. Everett wheel model equals many worlds interpretation. Basically, that means parallel worlds. What's with all the stupid name tags? This Hoing Kiyoma is more annoying than Teeter. You call yourself John Teeter, but you're fluent in Japanese. Writing in English would at least make it seem more realistic. You can't do English, can you? Can I ask a favor, Teeter-san? My mom died last year in Shibuya earthquake. If I stop my mom from leaving home, then I can undo her death. So please, lend me your time machine. You're gonna believe this time traveler, lol? Without proof? Are you an idiot? What was 235? God, this is so fucking annoying to scroll back up. 235. Oh, it was Okabe. Scroll down. Why is it so damn slow? No one seems particularly interested in what I said about time not flowing in a single direction. That's proof that your preconceptions are deeply ingrained. Honestly, it bothers me that you simply accept that as the truth. I'm starting to understand why CERN was able to take over so easily. Whenever a major event causes divergence to change, the timeline is reconstructed to prevent paradoxes from occurring. For example, let's say that the major event causes the world line to diverge into a new world line. Call it world line B. On world line B, I'm afraid to say, @channel never existed. As if the timeline is reconstructed, all of your memories regarding reading and posting on @channel will disappear, to be replaced by memories of you doing something else. In other words, by changing the present, you change the past. I wrote about CERN yesterday. The only thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. I desire only to quench my intellectual thirst. Unlike you close-minded fools, I will reserve judgment until after I have heard what Teeter has to say, and then I will make contact with Teeter and acquire his time machine for myself. The great mad scientist Hohuin Kiyoma will have the last laugh. Suck it, sleazebags. Tell me stock prices or fucking die. I won't believe until you tell me. That's not reconstructing the world, you idiot. That's altering people's memories. Who the hell can alter memories of nearly 6.7 billion people? Do you even realize how stupid that sounds? I think I would have noticed if someone went and screwed with my brain. And what does that have to do with the many worlds interpretation? Do some research, lol. Micro black holes? LOL. Wait, the future's a wasteland? Does that mean I can be a road warrior and ride a mod buggy, right? I'ma go get me a mohawk. Christ. Anyone know where I can buy a spiked shoulder pads? I checked CERN's homepage. It says they've been experimenting since 2009. Can they really make black holes? What the hell is gonna happen? Does Teeter have a mohawk? God, that's fucking moe. Are you implying that our brains make the world? Are you saying that the universe is a giant tree and that we're branches or something? That's some Ava level bullshit right there. Go back to 2036. Which one was 314? What did 314 do? Oh, it was the insult. Is this how you reply to a scientific person? Thank you for showing me. Reconstructions of the timeline and altercation of people's memories. I think they're essentially the same thing. Why are you so intent in saying they're different? With a few exceptions, nobody can keep their memories across world lines. They are reconstructed along everything else with divergent changes. What's a road warrior? Anyone home? I'm immersed in a heated internet argument when an unfamiliar voice interrupts me. The door opens and a girl peeks inside. I recognize her. It's the girl I met yesterday at Vtuber Workshop. Hi, I'm from Vtuber Workshop. When our eyes meet, she smiles. The TV you sent for repairs has been fixed. Mind picking it up? Daru's typing gets even faster. Looks like he's in the zone. Would be a bad idea to disturb him with our voices. I nod to the girl and hurry outside. Why do we have to be sneaky? What was this girl's name again? I think it was something like Aruma or Amore. Oh right, Amane Suzuha. Currently, my genius partner in crime is executing an important mission. I don't want to bother him. What exactly do you guys do? I told you before that learning our secrets could put you and everyone you know in grave danger. You're called the Future Gadget Laboratory, right? How did you know that? I never told you that. Wait, are you an organization spy? I raise my guard and spring into my praying mantis stance. But Suzuha just stares blankly. That's what it said on your mailbox. Oh. I lower my guard. Why didn't she just say so? No, now that you know, it's not like you can unknow. I'll give you the short explanation. But you must not tell its soul. Suzuha nods firmly. Is it just me, or her eyes gleaming? We are the Future Gadget Laboratory, dedicated to defeating the evil organization that rules the world from the shadows. Mwahaha! Wow. Is the evil organization CERN? Yeah, but... Oh, so I was right. Those guys really are a contriple lot, aren't they? She nods to herself for some reason. And contriple? I thought that was the only one who used words like that in a normal conversation. How did you know we were hacking into CERN? What? You're hacking then? Right now? Me and my big mouth. Just answer my question. How did you know about our business with CERN? Well, actually I overheard you this afternoon. If you stand here, you can hear stuff from the window. The window? Come to think of it, it was open, and Daru and I were talking loudly. But can you really hear us from here? I look up at the second floor. The window's still fully open, but I can't hear a thing. I guess Daru's working quietly. I look down. There's an unfamiliar bicycle parked in front of the Vtuber Workshop. One of those mountain bikes. Its frame is all sparkly. Its tires mostly clean. It's probably new. It looks pretty fast, but whose is it? I've only been working here for a day, but... Suzuha opens the Vtuber Workshop door with a weary smile. I've got a lot more free time than I expected, so I've gone about 4 or 5 times a day. I figured I'd recontour the front of our store. See if I couldn't spot any customers. Recontour? That's a word I don't hear in a casual conversation. Yeah, I don't fucking know what it means. I'm pretty sure it means to perform reconnaissance. That makes sense. To scout an area and gather intelligence. She's some kind of secret agent? I follow Suzuha into the store. So that's when I heard you guys talking from the second floor. I got interested and looked it up online. Now I know all the rumors about CERN. Damn, we were careless. Looks like we need to close that window when we discuss sensitive matters from now on. but if we do that, the lab will turn into scorching hell. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Anyway, you must not tell anyone else, or else Men in Black will raid us. Haha, yeah, I understand. I'm actually tight-lipped, so don't worry. Suzuha grins and thumbs her chest confidently. All is quiet inside the Braun Tube workshop. The gigantic TV isn't on. Mr. Braun's not here either. Where's the manager? He left right after he finished repairing your TV. He probably went to see the chipmunk. Oh, fuck, that was me. Oh well. He disappears during business hours every now and then. Christ. I thought that was a fucking Twitch notification. I was like, what? Lucaro, okay. I baked cookies today. I had everyone in my family eat some. And got the seal of approval. Would it be okay if I bake some for your lab friends, Master? Don't fucking call me Master. Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me some more techniques with Samidari whenever you have time. P.S. I managed to do 10 practice swings today. Cookies. Yes. Well done. We warmly welcome your refreshments. In fact, you can come cook for us every day if you want. I'll even provide you with a maid uniform. That's a little strange. But whatever. Whenever I ask him where he's going, he always says something like, I'm picking up my beloved daughter from school, or my beloved daughter has a cold, with a huge grin on his face. He dotes on her too much. It's probably just annoys her. Anyway, just how irresponsible can you be to neglect work to see your daughter? He used to put a back soon sign on the door whenever he left, but now he has Suzuha to take care of things while he's gone. So here's the fixed TV. Suzuha lightly taps the TV on the counter. He said to charge 1,000 yen. Damn manager, I bet he gave it to us just so he could charge repair fees. I reluctantly take a bill out of my wallet and hand it to Suzuha. She takes out a receipt. Apparently it was already written out. Thanks for your patronage. Well, just take it away. By myself? Are you joking? Huh? Didn't you bring it here by yourself? Don't you know it takes 10 times more effort to go upstairs than down? Defying gravity is no easy task, woman. I guess I can help it. Oh, I see. So we're already in the age where women do physical labor. She mutters, her tone pensive. Tch, how sarcastic of her. I don't remember anyone asking for your help. Honestly, getting help from a girl like you would just hurt my pride. Wow. Applause. That was so manly. I might be falling for you. You think you can trick me like that? You're lying, aren't you? Huh? What makes you think that? It's one of my powers. Coloring Gentleman. This power allows me to see through lies. Liars appear to glow red. Then they die. You have powers? Sudofu's eyes pop, but then she clears her throat as if to hide her surprise. Are you some kind of Esper? When I nod, she whispers into my ear. Are there a lot of Espers like you? Of course not. I'm special. I thrust my chest out as far as possible to display my majesty. Oh, you had me scared for a second there. But still, it's amazing that people like you exist. Maybe CERN is the reason there aren't more where I came from. After muttering some nonsense to herself, she finally nods in understanding. By the way, does the ability to see through lies have any combat application at all? If it were me, I want perfect accuracy within 1,000 meters, or an ultra-fast reflexes that let me tear my enemy's limbs off before they can react. What the hell is she going on about? Is she a survival game otaku? No, wait, don't tell me. You're an organization assassin, aren't you? You must be the one they call Miss Golgo. Who hired you? Nobody hired me. What's a Golgo? She's trying to gloss things over with an insincere smile. Her confusion is suspicious. That reminds me. I think I remember her saying some awfully disturbing things when we first met yesterday. Anyway, do you have any other powers? Even if I did, there's no way I'd tell a hitman hired to kill me. I'm not going to kill you. Revealing my powers would be suicide. They are most effective when the element of surprise. In other words, they're for me to know and you to find out. Meanie. Say what you like. Burning tension runs between us. Our eyes meet, invisible sparks scatter. Damn it! Oh, it's you. Okabekun. I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know. And please tell me the Super Hacker's email address when you can. If I don't get cracking, someone else might get to the IBN 5100 first. Okay. And then an email arrives to break the stalemate. I turn my attention away from Suzuha. The ringtone is starting to piss me off. It's most likely that from an email demon shining finger. I can tell without even checking. This is getting ridiculous. She's got some stalker qualities, and maybe split personalities. I shouldn't have given her my address. I look at Suzuha and see her lying on the counter. She's playing with something in the palm of her hand. It looks like a small metal pin. Anyway, how can she be this lazy on her second day? I love CRTs was a lie too, wasn't it? Why the frown? Did you get a death notice? A what? Just wondering. She was just wondering if I got a death notice? How could she say that with a straight face? What the hell is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist? What I meant to ask was if you got some unpleasant news. You could say that. This girl is hard to get a handle on. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her. There's this woman who's obsessed with finding an IBN 5100. Suzuha leaps up as soon as I speak. An IBN 5100? You know about them? Yeah. I see. So the IBN 5100 legend is famous, huh? Maybe that retro PC is more popular with the female otaku than I thought. Yeah, that's it. I heard the urban legend from someone. How much do you know about it? I actually tried looking for an IBN 5100, but in the end, I came to the conclusion that there isn't one in Akiba. I see. Well, that's true. You sound like you know something. Well, I do and I don't, I guess. I don't know about it personally, but I happen to hear about it from a knowledgeable acquaintance of mine, or something like that. Another insincere smile. I'm starting to think she's not a very good liar. You can tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. She just keeps that insincere smile plastered on her face. Who are you? Suzuha falls back down onto the counter with a deep sigh. She looks up at me from that position. I was thinking of giving you a bunch of interesting information on the IBM 5100. But when you look at me like that, I don't feel like it anymore. I'm not even interested in the IBM 5100. I'm more concerned with CERN right now. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's regime, after all. You don't have a shred of credibility. I have no way of knowing that something interesting of yours is true or not. Wow, that's harsh. Well, I admit I am acting kinda suspicious. I won't tell you, but I'll give you a hint. And then you'll writhe in agony when you can't figure it out. Truth is, the IBM 5100 has hidden function. A hidden function. That reminds me. I'm pretty sure that John Teeter from 2000 said something like that. I searched through my memories. If I remember correctly, the IBM 5100 can do something or other with a proprietary programming language. No way. How did you know? Tell me. I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. I grinned. It's another one of my powers. Leading question. I can read your heart of hearts. What? No fair. For some reason, Suzuha covers her face with both her hands. She opens her fingers just enough to peek at me. That's not enough to escape my power. I see everything, Amane Suzuha. Resistance is futile. Anyway, The IBN 5100 has a... Oh, this is her speaking. Anyway, the IBN 5100 has a hidden function. It can decipher IBM's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising? Now I remember. John Teeter said the same thing in 2000. And after that, an IBM engineer officially admitted to that function's existence. Now it's a dead programming language that can only be deciphered with an IBM 5100. The reason Teeter traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Mocha wants to use that too. Or maybe not. Shining Finger doesn't seem like the type who would know about that sort of function. That's why IBM 5100s are so rare. While talking, Suzuha keeps dropping her glance to the metal pin in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I guess that's a habit of hers. So IBM 5100s are super rare? Maybe if I can get one, I could sell it for a high price. That could be a good way to raise research funds. But first I have to deal with CERN. Life in 2036 is very different than what it is from today. Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continues to advance, of course, but that vast majority of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by CERN and the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of the conflict you see in this era. There's no war. How is that possible? How did CERN resolve the situation in the Middle East? What have you got against world peace? Sounds to me like CERN's doing humanity a favor. This Teeter guy stole a time machine from CERN, didn't he? He's the bad guy here. Die in a fire, terrorist scum. The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, that system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourselves, how is that possible? How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? The answer to that question is the reason I am here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against CERN. We think of ourselves as a resistance, but there is no denying that our actions are kind of terrorism. Anyway, I want to hear more about the many worlds interpretation. You said it's been proven by 2036. How? I knew you were a terrorist. How many have you murdered? What if my kids are among them? Maybe I should really kill your father. Protect the future. Stop beating around the bush. Give us answers. Let me get a drink. My fucking throat. You're one of those old men who participated in the student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of bullshit and now you can't tell fact from fiction, am I right? Delicious nationalist tears, lol. CERN probably figured it out. They've got a time machine to experiment with, right? That would make you no better than Teeter. If you're willing to face the consequences, then go right ahead. Teeter, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find an IBM 5100? Is John Teeter plugging for the commies? I thought that went out of style years ago. I thought Teeter was crazy, but this Hohen guy is even crazier. Get a room, guys, lol. World War III, Lamau. Isn't there supposed to be an IBM 5100 in Akiba? As I've already explained, my goal in this time is to change the future. I'm posting here to warn you of what's going to happen. Perhaps convergence will render my efforts meaningless. But if one person pays attention, that's enough. World War III? Is that something I said on a different world line? Would like to talk with you in private. Please email me if you have time. Of course, if anyone else would also like to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only, please. All I've been getting is hate mail. Here's my email address once more. 20 hours have passed since Daru started hacking. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. I glance at Daru while browsing at channel on my phone. He's fidgeting even more. Now his legs are like pistons. His knees move up and down in harmony with the rat-tat-tat of his keyboard. Daru hasn't slept in about 40 hours, but he still won't get off of the computer. I was going to ask him if he'd like a break, but his entire body is exuding an aura that says, "Don't talk to me." I curl up a bit and return to my phone. My discussions with John Teeter just aren't making sense. Not even Teeter himself seems to know about the Teeter from 10 years ago. It's hard to imagine that everyone on At Channel is conspiring against me. But how else can I explain it? Out of options, I decide to email Teeter directly, just as he told me to. He audaciously exposed his own address on At Channel. I guess that's his way of saying, bring it on. In my email, I question the differences between his posts now and his posts 10 years ago. The current Teeter hasn't even acknowledged the latter. I only vaguely remember them, but they basically went like this. In 2015, World War III breaks out. Many people die. Oh, let me stand up. I need a stretch. Hold on. Right back. Ugh. All right. Oh, my knees. Okay. Back into the thick of it, I guess. In 2036, the world is contaminated from nuclear warfare. You traveled from 2036 to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100. Oh, it's saying something different here. Hold on. The current... in 2015, World War III breaks out. Many people die. By 2036, the world is a nuclear wasteland. Okay. John Teeter travels to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100. The IBM 5100 was necessary to revive technology lost in World War III. The IBM 5100 has a hidden function. The IBM 5100 has a hidden function. The ability to read IBM's proprietary computer language, which predates APL and BASIC. But only certain IBM engineers are aware of that function, so it does not appear in the manual. In 1998, Teeter meets his younger self and his parents in America. John Teeter, who was a soldier who volunteered for this mission. John Teeter is an American. Furthermore, in 2000, Teeter correctly predicted the outcomes of some future events. The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of the Iraq War, China's advances in space, and so forth. Though he only talked vaguely about each one. They all came true. On the other hand, other predictions went unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, civil war in America, and the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. Wait, 2009? Isn't it the year Hillary ran? The first time? Shit, that could have came true. That would have been fucking crazy. If fucking John Teeter predicted that shit? Whoa. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. I'm going to ask him why those predictions didn't come true. Would have been whack? Yeah, fuck. John Teeter's not like a thing this game made. If you look up John Teeter, there's like a lot of actual stuff. Alright, let's send it now. If he can't answer to my satisfaction, then the current Teeter is an imposter. This is your litmus test, John Teeter. So what are your true colors? Do-do-do. Good morning. Oh my god, I don't know if I can keep doing a woman's voice with how long I've been talking. Mayuri comes in. Looks like she's forgiven us for experimenting on her food. She's back to the usual smiley self. What are you doing here so early? Well, I heard you guys had stayed up 2 nights in a row, so I brought you some goodies. Excellent. Good job. Though, to be accurate, it wasn't 2 nights in a row. I took an afternoon nap yesterday. Mayuri starts fishing through her convenience store bag. Then she takes out... ta-da! Canned Odin! What? Canned Odin, a canned meal sold in vending machines. Each contains a hot broth with various Odin ingredients such as boiled egg, radish, konjac, beef, and tofu. In a can? And it's hot? What the fuck? Ooh, that's weird. No, don't cancel. No. Let me go ahead and do another save. Just in case. Save. Unlock that.